and you're watching MLK Squared Sports.
Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your favorite podcast, MLK Squared, where it's real opinions, real talk, sports talk. I'm MLK Jr. with yours truly.
I'm the old man, senior. What's up? What's
And
going on?
and today we're going to be talking about, it's going to be more broad, topical stuff today. We're going to be talking about our career do-overs that we would like to see and our biggest pet peeves in sports. And I will hand it off to Papa King to get us started here.
Okay, but first we're going to talk about career do-overs. I have a couple, and I'll start with one of mine. And this is just, I would have liked it seen it go differently, just to see what would have happened. One is very tragic and sad, and the other one is just, I really would just want to know how would it have played out. I'm going to start with the tragic one first, actually.
Okay.
And that one is Len Bias. Len Bias, played with Maryland, and he was player of the year. He was an incredible college player. I mean, people were liking him to like a Jordan. He was. I mean, some people say he was a taller, he was a bigger, and some people even say even a more athletic Michael Jordan. And what he could have done in the NBA and in the league could have been incredible. Coupled with the fact that the year he got drafted, the Celtics won the world title, and because of a trade, they also had the number one draft pick and drafted Len Bias. And Len Bias, I guess he went out and partied, and they were doing some drugs and stuff. I don't know that he was really a big drug user, and he tragically died doing like cocaine or some drug or something, and he tragically died. What could the Celtics, already a great team and some type of dynasty, if you will, what could they have done? How much longer would a Bird, Parrott, McHale, how much longer could some of those guys be able to hang around if they had Len Bias on their team? I just would have liked to have seen it because he was such a great player. And I just feel like it was just an incredible moment that could have been just missed. Because how many times, do you really get to see a guy, you get this type of a caliber guy on your team, and you just won the NBA title?
Yeah,
I mean, they could have won. Yeah, they could have went on a ridiculous, historic run, but it just wasn't to be. But I would have just liked to seen it.
You got that right. That is a tragic story.
Yeah, it's tragic.
Len Bias. That's a very interesting first one. Mine is extremely close to my heart. As people know, my first career do-over that I would love to see, and it's kind of a what, and now it is a what if.
What if?
Is my guy Joel the Process Embiid. What if his first 2 years weren't because of a foot injury, and he couldn't play his first 2 years? I would just really love to see him be able to be healthy, because you can't deny how talented Joel Embiid is.
Right, you can't.
7 foot out of Cameroon, played at Kansas, and he got drafted to a team who was in the middle of what they called the process. And it just hasn't worked out so far in his career, as he has never made it to the conference finals, nor has he ever had a healthy playoff run.
Yeah.
And it's honestly been a tragic story. His life has just been tragic, honestly.
Yeah.
Lost his brother at a younger age. No one believes in him.
Right.
I would just love to see what he could do if he was fully healthy for his whole career, and how he can dominate like he did, as we saw in 2022.
Well, a victim of like Murphy's Law. How many different? It ain't like, man, he messed up his knee. He never could get it back right, and that was it. Or he blew out, or a back problem, or wasn't like that. It's, he had a stroke, optic nerve, knee, ankle, foot,
Appendix.
back, appendicitis. The list goes on and on. I mean, there's probably 12 or 13 different things. So it's not like he is a chronic knee guy and they just can't get him healthy, or an ankle or something like that. It's several different things, and sometimes the injuries were just like, I don't know,
Just how?
just bad luck.
Yeah.
Somebody just dove into his leg, or he can't. And it's not because, I don't think it's because he's frail. It was just crazy the way that it happened.
Yeah. I forgot to mention my honorable mention. My honorable mention, who is not on the list. Loki should have put him on the list, is my guy, Derrick Rose. Would have loved to see him if that tragic injury didn't happen, as we all know. Shout out to all the Derrick Rose fans. All of them. Love Derrick Rose.
Quick note about Derrick Rose. I saw a guy point out something one time of how, like, his injury, like, it was so weird, like how it got injured. But he said he noticed when Derrick Rose dunks, he goes, if you look at all the dunkers, like, in the league, the vast majority of them, then and now, they all land on 2 feet. And Derrick Rose always would dunk and come down, and because of his size, he would land on 1 foot all the time. That's a weird thing. Maybe it had something to do with it. I don't know.
Maybe.
But I just saw somebody mention that. I thought it was weird.
Gotcha. Yeah, but shout out Derrick Rose. We can get to your second one.
My second one, do-over. Now, hear me out. Hear me out, okay?
Uh-huh.
My NFL do-over, Tom Brady. They're like, do-over. He won 7 Super Bowls. He's been to what, like 11?
Uh-huh.
He's won like 7. Multiple MVPs. A lot of records. Tom Brady. Why would you want to do a do-over in his career? I want to see Tom Brady go to a different team and to see if he could. I would always wanted to see if he could duplicate what he did in New England on a different team. I know he went to Tampa Bay and they had a great team put together. But I mean, from the beginning of his career, I want to see, because I feel like there's been several NFL guys that just got drafted to the wrong team. And I feel like this would be a test in, okay, if Tom Brady got drafted by the Bengals, would he have had 4 or 5 championships with the Bengals? What if he went to, I don't know, Panthers or wherever? If he just went to a different team, how would his career have played out? It might have been exactly the same. I have no idea. Maybe he might have won more. I have no idea. I would just like to have seen just him go to a different team. Because when he went to New England, they had, from the coach, they had everything I can kind of perfectly mesh together. And I don't think everybody gets that. They can go and they can be a great player, but I feel it takes a whole organization, especially in football, to win a title. And what if he went places that he got there, they didn't have a very good defense.
Yeah,
they didn't have a good defense, so he had to they had to wait and build. I mean, what would have happened? So that's just all I'm saying. I would just like to have seen it.
That's a very interesting outlook on
career do-over
thing. Also, I want to shout out Victor Oladipo. That's another do-over I would love to see.
Oladipo.
He took Prime Braun the 7. But my second one is NFL. Aaron Hernandez. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That's
This one, my NFL do-over.
Wow.
Is extremely recent. Already looking like it's towards the end, unfortunately for him. 4th overall draft pick, I believe, and like extremely recently, Anthony Richardson. I feel he didn't get a good, fair chance in Indianapolis.
Okay.
I think he should have been treated better over there. And I feel like if he got to do it over again, I think he has all of the talent in the world to be a great player. He's Justin Fields, but with a much stronger arm and can be more accurate.
Right.
And he showed flashes that many times in Indianapolis that he has what it takes to be in clutch situations and carry his team throughout the game to go win the game, an important game.
Okay, so he is the guy. That's the guy that tapped out of the game, right?
Correct.
Okay, now hold on. Now I'm not getting on him for that. What I'm saying is, I was like, everybody was on him, and everybody was like, "That's crazy! I can't believe he did that. You'll never tap out of the game." Go back and watch that game. No number has been called as many times in a row as it was leading up to him doing that.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, would somebody tell the offensive coordinator, would you stop calling the play for him to run the ball or do? Good grief. Like it was kind of ridiculous. And so, I don't know about, I might have just called a timeout or
Yeah,
something.
that's what I'm thinking.
I probably would have said timeout, but that's interesting.
He had many flashes. Like
he did.
He had a clutch game.
He did.
He played against the Jets a couple years ago, and they needed a win to keep themselves in the playoff.
Right.
He went out there and went on a game-winning drive. Went on multiple clutch drives at the end of that game in the fourth quarter.
So it kind of goes back to what we were talking about. Like, what if he have gone to a team because maybe that just wasn't the right team.
Yeah, I don't think it was for him.
The right infrastructure, the right development program, and things like that. And so, but I think there's a bunch of guys like that. Like, what if they just would have went somewhere else? Who's Matthew Stafford? He spent all that time with Detroit. Man, what if he was with a different team his whole career? He could have had Brady's number. He's done fantastic.
Well, yeah,
and he wasted it almost. A lot of his prime he got wasted in Detroit.
Yeah, they were awful.
Yeah, they were bad.
They were dreadful.
And so, it's just interesting to see what could have been with some of these guys. Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
You could have a whole 2 episodes of this just career do-overs that we'd like to say. But we can move on to
Hernandez.
Big. We can move on. We will move on to now our biggest pet peeves in sports, whether it's stuff people say, whether it's decisions we see all the time, whether it's referees, you name it.
Yeah.
I'll let you go first on this one as well.
Okay. I have many pet peeves, and it's very difficult to only pick one. And so I'm not even, this is not even really my biggest pet peeve, but it does make me angry because I watch a lot of like college football, NFL, and we watch a ton of it. It doesn't even have to be my team. It could be any game. 2 teams I don't have like a vested rooting interest in. The way coaches, they make so much money, and the way they mismanage the end of games is absolutely ridiculous. I'm just standing there screaming at the TV. You pay me $100,000, and I'll be in your ear telling you what you need to do, whether to call the timeout.
Yeah, that's dreadful.
I'm just going I don't understand how they, with all those coaches and the staff they have, how do they not know what to do? You had Kirby Smart when they were playing Ohio State for the national championship game. Incredible game. The dude had a GA assistant on the sideline at the last minute go, that guy is lined up further up than he normally is. They're going to run a fake. He gets the timeout and stops them from running the fake.
That is a great reference.
And that would have ended the game. You got to have, they have so much staff, and then they're just sitting there and you're going are they going to stop the clock? Take a knee. Just like, Miami in that one game, take a knee. No, they run the ball, fumble, they lose the game. Yep. I don't understand what's going on.
Another good reference.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It's unbelievable. I guess for the fan, excitement is great that it happens, I guess. But I'm screaming at the TV going, what are these guys doing? What are you getting paid for?
Yeah, I agree. Kind of pigging back off of that. my biggest pet peeve when it comes to college football specifically is not taking the freaking points.
Yeah.
There will be a game where you're watching it and the final
Yeah.
score will be 28-31. And then they look back, and then I'm sitting there watching it, and they're in the red zone, and they go for it on 4th and 5 in the red
Yeah.
zone and don't get it. Well, if you just kick the field goal, it'd be tied. Or they do it like 4 times in the red zone on
Yeah.
4th and 2, and they don't get it every single time.
Every single time.
And they lose like 9-0.
Right.
Which is not sending the field goal team out there to just take the points.
It'd be the first drive of the game.
I know it drives me insane.
Just kick the field goal,
Just
man.
take the field goal,
points.
and then they're mad when they lose by 2.
Right. Right.
If you just took the points on the first drive, you would have won the game. What's wrong with you?
And it could even a game that we knew was going to be it was going to be tightly contested. Points might even be at the premium. Yes. Points matter. And first quarter, and you're just like, just kick the field goal.
It
doesn't make any sense.
It'll be extremely bad conditions, but you can still kick. The points are going to be at a premium. Touchdowns going to be bad. Touchdowns going to be hard to get. You know what? We're going to go for it on 4th and 5 here in the monsoon rain.
Yeah.
Just kick the field goal.
The field goal.
Take the points. It's not that hard to do.
I don't know why they don't do it. It's not a hard decision. Yeah, and
the more frustrating thing is that they get mad that they lose by 2.
Yeah.
If you just took the points, you would have won.
Yeah. If you would have kicked them 3 field goals you had a chance to, you would have won the game.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't get it. And then even in a lot of cases, you're thinking, okay, well, what if you miss? Okay, you go for it, you don't get it, you flip the momentum, you went for the play, you didn't get it, flips the momentum, and now, it usually ends up being a big turnaround for like the other team. Like it just, I just don't like it, and that bothers me too. I don't care for it.
Can't stand it. My 2 other extremely smaller pet peeves are in basketball,
right?
And it's mostly when you're playing or watching people play. I hate it when they dribble when they're wide open and they just take one little dribble and then they shoot it and they miss. And I hate it when the teammates don't give you a good pass when you're wide open. Like they throw it up a little bit above your head, so you gotta jump up a little bit, adjust, and you don't, and then someone contests it.
Yeah, the White Chocolate said that. He was just like, he would ask his guys like, how when you get a pass, how do you want the ball?
Yeah, that's how it should be.
Yeah, he was like, where do you want it? How do you want the ball when I pass it to you so you can go ahead and shoot? Like, wow, that's impressive.
It's not that hard. Just get the ball at their chest at least, so they can get up a good look. But those are my other 2 smaller pet peeves that don't really matter as much.
To go back for just a second, when you were talking about the take the points, there are certain situations. If you're playing, say you're playing a team, and you're like, okay, we might get killed. We're big underdogs in this game, and you need to keep the drive going, keep them off the field. You need to get touchdowns. Field goals are going to get you beat. We get all that. I understand that. But in the big boy games, highly contested games, and I don't care if it's 4th and 1, just kick the field goal, but they keep doing it several times. But there are games and situations where you need to go for it, but not every single time do you need to go for it. You need to take the points.
Completely
more often than not.
Yeah, it's more in the games that can be close. It's not like the Kent States versus the Georgias.
Right.
You got to go try to make some plays and go get touchdowns, which is obvious. With that, that'll be the end of this episode. Excuse me. Want to thank y'all for watching. Your favorite podcast, MOK Squared. Peace. God bless. Keep number 1. See ya.
Peace.
Like and subscribe.